Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video, and this is another one of those filler pages for my American album. Again, a story that I realise we talk about or stuff we mention quite a lot but I hadn't actually included in the album. I do want to apologise that the lighting in the second half of this video is not so great. I was filming this at the caravan, which is fine during the day because of course there's loads and loads of windows. But at night it's not so great, so I do want to apologise that there's a little bit of a yellow hue for the second part of this video. I don't have a daylight bulb down there, so... But anyway, hopefully you can persevere and can see what I'm doing. So I've taken this piece of paper, which is a Dear Lizzie piece of paper, and I'm just adding some different kind of stencils and inks over the top of this. I really like this piece of paper. It kind of has a pre-printed border on. As you'll know if you watch my videos, I do like to double mount my layouts, but this saved me doing that because it had kind of a pre-built in border. I'm going to be using a variety of different... I'm using some Stampin' Up and my Neon Hero Arts, and I'm also using some gold and grey mist as well. Just creating a background which is kind of my normal go-to background. Video did... sort of cut out a little bit there, and I just added some old Amy Tangerine rub-ons, and they weren't great rub-ons. I think they were from the Yes Please collection. I just found them on my desk at the caravan and I thought they're going to just need to use them up, so I've kind of just put them there in the background, just kind of add as another layer really. I also from the Dear Lizzie one, found a cut-apart card that says Food and Fun, I think, which is going to be great for this layout because this is actually just documenting my first American waffle, which was quite exciting and I felt needed a layout to document it. And we do talk about it quite a lot, about the waffle machines and how I love a waffle machine, but it's not really the kind of thing you have in the UK, so... really just taking loads of bits of paper and sort of setting them all at sort of jaunty angles and that, and I just picked loads of different pieces off my desk. These are two tags which I think are from the Beloved collection. Who was that? Fancy Pants, I think, that collection. And I'm just kind of looking to add them in here somewhere. I went very much with the kind of like pastel-y kind of tones. Again, this is a very old My Mind's Eye sticker, and I have no idea how long that's been in my stash, and it really was just a case of me finding things that were on my desk and that would possibly work and sticking them on. I do really like those rub-ons, even though I didn't kind of use them too much. They kind of look like graphite pencil, so that's kind of cool. So I like the direction it was going, just by adding that interest to the background. I have this camera one, and I wanted to use that as kind of more of a feature, not just in the background. So I do end up overlaying that over some layers. I apologise that you can see my head in this, of course because I'm in the caravan the angle is slightly different. So you get to see my nice ombre hair there, which doesn't look at all like that now because I've changed my hair up yet again. So I'm just kind of leaning over to make sure I get all of those bits and pieces down right, because I do find those rub-ons need a little bit more pressure than others. So I've just done that one, which is the camera, which is slightly more readable? I don't know if that's what I mean. Slightly more evident than the rest, maybe? So I'm just now kind of adding some more mist. I've got some more cut-aparts. These are Ellie Studio cut-aparts. That's one of those Happiness Found ones I put there at the bottom. I found these small yellow hearts on my desk, so I thought, let's stick those on. These are some basic grey, maybe? These are some basic grey bits and pieces that were on my desk. So I pulled those out. These are some bits from Heidi Swap, so I'm also looking to use those up. And it really just was a case of, okay, let's just go through all the random stuff I have on my desk and see if it will possibly work. I really just need to get rid of some of these because I've looked through them so many times and not used them, so I need to do that. Really like that frame piece because it's kind of got a printed acetate with kind of a watercolour effect in. So I did just decide to try and split that over kind of 2 parts of the layout, but the bottom bit didn't look quite right, so I've just used it in that top bit, and it's just brought a little bit of greeny yellow there at the top. I also have this little acetate rainbow, which again I think came from the Heidi swap, or maybe it was basic grey. And of course there needs to be a rainbow on a layout about waffles. Makes sense to me. I've used the acetate ampersand as well. This is another small little acetate bit. I just wanted to bring a little bit of pink up there to the top. So this is really just using all the random bits and pieces that I found on my desk. Nothing really goes, but it kind of works, which is kind of how most of my layouts end up working, really. I was looking at trying to find alphas. I didn't have too many alphas here at the caravan, but I'm trying to just kind of work out which ones I've got enough letters to do things with and which ones I haven't. So I end up kind of thinking, okay, I'm not going to use those. I'll look from our stash, and end up finding these small, no, these are Cosmo Cricket tiny type. And I'm not sure if Cosmo Cricket, are they even around now? I know they had like a vellum collection out a while ago. Haven't seen much from them, but I love their tiny type stickers. So I'm just going to use that to put the title on there, which is my first American waffle, which of course needed to have its own title. I do apologise how I keep leaning over and you can see my hair and stuff. It's really not a flattering angle. I do apologise. So now I'm trying to find another sticker to do the waffle, because I didn't have enough F's on the other one. So I'm going to be using this one, which is from a Studio Calico kit. And I quite like to use 2 different colour alphas anyway on my collection, even though this one doesn't really match too well. It's kind of more of a orangey pink, but kind of works. I then found this sticker sheet from Basic Grey from the first, I think, Kelly Perky. We all know that I had mixed feelings about the Kelly Perky collection, but that one said foodie, so that worked perfectly. Then there's a little ticket there which I pulled off to kind of just stick underneath. I know I'm going to do some of my journaling there at the bottom there, so I'm kind of leaving a space for that. And I'm just trying to use up any of these stickers that I've got around here as well. And I'm really happy actually how this came out. I'm just using a load of random stash that I wouldn't have actually put together if I'd have thought about it. So just going to put another little bit down there saying LA, because that's on a lot of my layouts, and that is it. So thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye!